Hi there, welcome or welcome back to the Books for Us. Today I am going to run you through my to be read for March. As you may know, if you've been here before, then you know that I have a lot of TBR books for each month. So I'm going to run you through a lot of books, which I won't be reading all this month, but hopefully with your help I can define which ones I do definitely want to get to read this month. Now I have divided up these books in some rough categories, but I discovered that I have one really specific category which I didn't realize, and I am keeping that one till the end of the video, so trying to save the best for last, which might not be the best tactic for a YouTube video. Let's get started with some new releases, books that were released during February. First of which is Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales, which is the third and final book in the series. I'm very interested in reading this one because I read the other two last year and I do want to finish the series. So this one is going on the maybe pile. Next one is All Better Now by Neil Shusterman, which is about this virus that makes everyone happy, but the government wants to get rid of this virus because if everyone is happy, then they cannot really wield their power the way that they want to. I'm very much interested in reading this one as well. And then we have One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This by Omar El Akkad. I don't know if I really want to read this one right now because I'm finally starting to feel spring and I want to read some books that are maybe a bit easier, make me a bit more happy because I need to get out of the heavy stuff. My next category is series, and the first series I have are these two, One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. At first I thought it was Dark Window and Twisted Crowns, but apparently you have to say the numbers. I do think these are about a very cool magic system and I want to read them sometime, but I am not feeling that this is my year of starting new series, so probably not for this March. Same goes for my other series, one of which is the Side series by Shusterman as well. I already talked about All Better Now. Now the Side series are about this world where death doesn't exist anymore and then people have to, unalive people themselves in order for the earth not to get overpopulated or something like that. I really like that concept as well. But this one will also be for another time. And then I have one last series that I really would like to get around to sometime, which is the Jade series, I think. The Jade City, Jade War, and Jade Legacy. I've heard that this is a really good series by Fonda Lee. But also this one will not be for this year. I am thinking about making 2026 my year of series, by which I mean that I would have to start each month off by reading a series in order to make me finally get through all of these series that I have on my shelves. Next I have short stories, in this case Stories of Your Life and Others by Ted Chiang. Which I've heard good things about, but I don't think this is my year of short stories either. And then I have a couple of plays. All of these are by Shakespeare because I am trying to do a Shakespeare reread over the next couple of years. And here I have As You Like It, Titus Andronicus, Timon of Athens, and Romeo and Juliet. I feel like I could get through Romeo and Juliet pretty quickly because I have been teaching this one for the last couple of years, so I'm adding this one to the probably pile. Next, some books that aren't actually fiction. I have On Writing by Charles Bukowski. I was interested in this one because I read Howl, and this author Bukowski is mentioned in Howl, but I ended up not really liking Howl, so I don't think this one will be for now. Then I have Know My Name by Miller. I have heard that this is very good. I believe this one is about a woman who was attacked or assaulted, and it is about the trial that came afterward and everything like that. So I know it is pretty heavy, but I have only ever heard really good things about it, so it's going on my maybe pile. And then I have The Third Gilmore Girl by Kelly Bishop, which I recently got, and I want to read this one. I am a huge Gilmore Girls fan, so I want to give this one a try. Next, I have one murder mystery, which is The Mysterious Case of the Alperton Angels by Janice Hallett. I'm very much interested in reading this one. I have read 2 Janice Hallett books so far, and they are very fun to read for me because they always consist out of emails or telephone conversations. So you get all this like rough data, and through this rough data you sort of have to find out what happened, what the murder was about, and who are the possible suspects. And I think this is a very interesting way to do this, and I am very much looking forward to reading this one. My next category is fantasy. I have The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I know this one is more of a romance novel probably, but it has ghosts in it, so that is why I still put it with the fantasy books. I have The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker. This one is about this sort of sleeping disease, but there is more to it than that, of course. It has a whole fantasy element, I believe. Then I have Annihilation by Jeff van der Meer. I have only heard good things about this one as well. I think it is very special, and it seems to be sort of dystopian, which is always something that I appreciate. So this one is going on the maybe pile. Next there is Despair Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez. I also want to read this one because I have also heard that this one is really good. I believe it is about a play, and I'm not really sure what happens if it's about reality and then fiction within the play, or if things get intermingled. I didn't really want to read too much about it just because people were so positive, and I want to go in with an open mind. And the last one here is Future Home of the Living God by Louise Erdrich. Now I have heard that this one is dystopian, and it has to do with babies, I think, because of the cover. I am interested, but probably not as one of my favorites for this month. Now I have classics, or books that I feel that you should read once in your life. I have The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence, Catch-22 by Joseph Heller, The Collector by John Fowles, and The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. And out of these, I am most anticipating reading The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath because I feel that it gets referenced a lot in other books that I read. I have several times by now read this thing about a tree, and depending on the fruit that you pick off the tree, you decide to change your life or something like that. So I do think it's high time for me to read The Bell Jar, so this is going on the maybe pile. Then I have some contemporary and historical fiction that was written more recently. First I have The Animals by Christian Kiefer, which I also don't know a lot about. I know it is about his wildlife reserve, and I guess that's why it's called The Animals. But unless you tell me something different, I think this will be for some other year. Intermezzo by Sally Rooney is going on the maybe pile. My Name is Lucy Barton by Elizabeth Strout is going on the maybe pile. Sula by Toni Morrison and Pachinko by Min-Jin Lee are both books that are said to be something that you should definitely read. Please tell me something about these in the comments. Please tell me if I really have to read these right now or if they can wait a little longer. Alright, I have come to this oddly specific category, which I was doing something that I didn't realize that I was doing. I was putting all of these books in the month of March, or on my to be read for March. And I didn't notice that all these books are Greek mythology related. So I have both Ariadne and Electra by Jennifer Saint. And I am annoyed that these covers aren't the same height, although they are supposed to fit. But these are both Greek mythology related, obviously. I have the Penelopiad by Margaret Atwood, which I would love to read, but I do think that I want to reread the Iliad and the Odyssey before reading this one, because it has been quite some time, and I've been thinking about rereading those anyway, or especially the Odyssey, because there is a movie coming out with Tom Holland and Zendaya, and I was going to say Ben Affleck. It's not Ben Affleck, it's the other one. Must be so bad to be referenced to as the other one. I'm sorry, I will put it up here in the edit. Then I also have The Song of Achilles and Circe, both by Madeline Miller, and both of these have high praise all over the internet, all over the book reading community. I have Clytemnestra by Costanza Casati, and then I have Lore Olympus, Volume 1, which is a comic book, graphic novel by Rachel Smith. So I really don't know why March screams Greek mythology to me. Apparently the beginning of spring makes me link it to Greek mythology. I don't know. But out of all these, I am interested in reading Lore Olympus. And I would also really love it if I finally got around to reading both The Song of Achilles and Circe. So these are also going on the maybe pile. Okay, so if any of these books made you scream at the screen, you have to read that book, please let me know so in the comments. Leave a like. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. It would mean a lot to me and my channel, of course. And I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye!